Good evening, basketball fans all over the world. Welcome to FIBA AmeriCup's bronze medal game between the Virgin Islands and Mexico. We are live from the Orfeo Superdome at the Córdoba Arena. We'll have two games for you tonight. In the first place, the Virgin Islands will be facing Mexico for the bronze medal game. And then we'll see the final game with Argentina and the U.S. Tonight with me, Leo, welcome.
How you doing, my friend Héctor? I'm Leo Montero. Thank you for having me here in the show. I hope we get a huge game ahead against the third place. You know, sometimes in these kind of tournaments, third place used to be more serious, and sometimes not. Unfortunately, right? I think Mexico is better than Virgin Islands. They should have the third seed, and Virgin Islands, they don't have nothing to lose, and they don't have the value or the caliber of the team that Mexico has. But the third place, you know, you go home happy if you have it. It's a podium game, and if you lose it, you go home without the two worst losers in the tournament. First the semifinals, and then with the fourth place. So this is the reality for these kind of games that we will have in ahead.
I think this is a game for pride.
Yeah, true.
It's a game for pride. Mexico played a very good first half last night against Argentina. Somehow went flat in the second half. Argentina really played a fantastic game. Their game, they're pushing the ball, they're pushing the tempo. Their defense worked perfectly against Mexico, and they neutralized every single intent from Mexico to score from the outside. On the other hand, the Virgin Islands, probably the Cinderella team of this tournament. At the beginning of the tournament, no one thought they would be here. They gave a big surprise by beating Canada in the first game, and that's how they made it here. So let's see what happens tonight here. But you know, I hope we have a very, very tough game.
Yeah, the truth is, as you said, that after that win against the opening night against Canada, they decrease. You know.
Well, they took Venezuela to the very end. It was a 2-point game. Actually, Venezuela beat Virgin Islands 86-84. It was anybody could have won that game. Venezuela beat at the end. So those first two games were really good for the Virgin Islands. After that, yes, they went down.
They went. You know, they went down deep with Argentina. They're very deep loss, and they hurt. But by the way, they were here because Argentina was the home team that is going to be here anyway, so they get with the second seed to this Final Four. And talking about Mexico, yesterday they get dry, you know, in the second half. Argentina has, I think it was a partial of a period of 10-0 or 12 1-point deficit for Mexico in the beginning of the second half. And after that, I saw a different Mexico. They weren't the same like we saw in Medellin. So I hope they go home with a victory today, you know, because it's going to be better for them.
Yeah, let's see how they play. Let's go for stand up for the national anthems.
Yes.
continuación, escuchamos el himno de Islas Vírgenes, the National Anthem of Virgin Islands. Muchísimas gracias. Amigas y amigos,
We're done with the protocol part of the evening with the national anthem. We have the official handshake from both teams at the center of the court. And we're almost ready to go for this bronze medal game. Virgin Islands against team from Mexico. Leo, again, going back to this game, and afterwards we have a big game, the USA-Argentina game. Everybody's expecting that game here. It's a rematch. They have faced off before. The US has always been probably the winner in the last editions. So Argentina has an opportunity playing local to really give a hard time to the US team.
Yeah, it's a kind of different moments for everyone. I mean, the USA team is a completely new team in the rivalry in the history that faced those two teams, Argentina and USA. And the Argentina, maybe too, with a lot of young and terrific players, guys, without Luis Scola, the great captain, but with the new ones coming, a lot of them very young, like Brusino or Deck, and other ones, they still having a lot of years in the national team, like Campasso, who's in the great moment of his life. He's playing terrific. La Provitola, Garino, Brusino. So there's a new era, but it's going to be very funny to see those two games because those two teams, I'm sorry, because they were the best of the tournament. And I love to see the intensity and choral play that USA has against Argentina. They play both good defense. They run the floor very well. The USA is very athletic team, like always, and Argentina has some things too. So it's going to be very interesting. At the same time that we're going to have Mexico and Virgin Islands here. Let's see how Alex Perez, Jorge Gutierrez, Mata, and all those guys, Paco Cruz from Mexico plays today.
I really like this edition of the Argentinian team for the next game. I think Argentina has developed some very, very talented players.
Oh yeah.
I think that as time has gone on, they have become more athletic. They really can run, can jump, can shoot, and they really dominate the core of the basketball game. They're fundamentally very, very solid.
Yeah.
And in this type of game, yes, probably the US will have maybe some physical advantage, but I think Argentina, it's going to be a great game. So guys, stay tuned in for the second game. That we have key players for this game. Paco Cruz, as Leo said, from Mexico. Walter Hodge from the Virgin Islands, actually, born and raised in Puerto Rico. His father is from the Virgin Islands, so that's why he's playing for the Virgin Island national team, and we're basically ready to go here.
And he said he leaves Puerto Rico because they said he was too small to play basketball and stuff like that. And
well, the thing was that he came up in an era where Puerto Rico had playing at the same time Carlos Arroyo and J.J. Barea.
Yeah.
So he was really
that
like
was bad for him.
It was probably the wrong moment to come up in that era.
And Barea is small too.
He's small too, yeah.
So, but more talent.
Yes. Yeah. So it was a difficult time to come into the national team era. So we have Sam Mitchell, the coach for the Virgin Islands. Long, very successful career at the NBA level. Was coach of the year at one point, coach Minnesota and coach Indiana, and also a very long career as a player.
Yeah, he was coach of the year.
Yep.
At that time. in Toronto too. So Sam Mitchell is also a good analyst on NBA TV and all that stuff. I love to see. We were seeing the leaders of any team. We talk about Walter Hodge, but about Paco Cruz or Francisco Cruz. He played bad yesterday against Argentina, and he's kind of key of the team with alongside with Mata, with Gutierrez and Alex Perez. So I think Francisco Cruz has a great game tonight. Mexico has an advantage on it. Actually, he's averaging, as we saw, 15.5 points average in this tournament, this AmeriCup, 40% from the field. He's also added a kind of 2.2 rebounds and 2.7 assists. So let's see what happens. We have the starting lineups over there: Martinez, Jones, Hodge, Gray, and
there is Kevin Hart. We see that didn't dress up for tonight's game. Cuthbert Victor, number 7 for the Virgin Islands, has been one of their top rebounders. Although he's just 6'6", 6'7", he's a key player and down in the paint for the Virgin Islands. Has been having injury problems. Didn't suit up for the Argentina Virgin Islands game, and he's not in uniform tonight. And that's a huge down for the Virgin Islands. For the Mexico team, we have Fernando Benitez, Jorge Gutierrez, Lorenzo Mata, Gabriel Giron, and Francisco Cruz. Mexico in green and the Virgin Islands in white.
You can reach us about our accounts, about FIBA, and about thank you for having us on ESPN on DirecTV Sports about SAP in English. And my account on Instagram, Facebook, on Twitter is Soy Leo Montero. And alongside with Héctor Martinez, we're going to start right now.
We're ready to go. It's going to tip off again. Mata and Jones, they're resetting the game clock to 10 minutes. And we're ready to go. And it's Virgin Islands possession. It's Walter Hodge. Hodge in the front court against Paco Cruz. Putting a lot of pressure Mexico in the defense. Hodge to Hart, takes off from 3. The missing the rebound for the Mexican team. Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez to Giron. Giron trying to go for the screen. Now to Lorenzo Mata. Jorge Gutierrez in the left side. To Lorenzo Mata. Deep inside to Fernando. Back to Jorge Gutierrez from the 3-point range and misses. The rebound, long one for Mexico. Cruz looking for the screen from Mata. Going to his left. Cruz inside to Mata. The first 2 points of the game.
Nice play, good pick and roll on the top of the key. Patient for both, for Cruz to pass it the ball and for Mata volleying perfectly deep to the rim to catch it and score.
Gray to Hodge, back to Gray, tip out of bounds. It's Virgin Islands possession.
You know, sometimes I love to talk personally about the patience on the pick and roll because a lot of players, they don't get the patience to roll in. I mean, both, as we said before, you know, to pass the ball in the right moment and to the receptor to wait for that ball.
The steal by Mexico. It's Paco Cruz going to his left. Cruz pull back, hands it off. Great to Lorenzo Mata for the stuff.
Another one. No pick and roll, cut into the rim. The big man,
the
Cruz
big man
feed it.
Running the floor.
Yeah, of course, and very good. Very well.
Walter Hodge going to his left as usual. Hodge to Javier Martinez. Javier takes a little jumper, misses. It's Mexico on the rebound. Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez through the center of the court. Gutierrez keeps going to Cruz in the left-hand corner. Aim for the 3, but doesn't take it. Back to Fernando Benitez. Against to Cruz. Cruz through the center. Ball's taken off his hand. Goes inside. Misses the rebound. Fought. Thrown out of bounds by the Virgin Islands. Is Mexico's possession.
As I imagined at the beginning of the game, Cruz being the star man in the Mexico lineup, having a huge role.
Demis, and there is too many steps. Ball belongs to the Virgin Islands.
Cruz assisted in the first 2 plays, first 2 moves for Mexico, now trying to go to the rim. He got blocked, but I mean, having from the beginning aggressive protagonism.
Hodge pushed it outside. Now to Gray. Back to Hodge. From 3 points from the corner. The lefty misses. It's Mexico's rebound. Jorge Gutierrez to Paco Cruz. Running the floor. Again, Mexico on the fast break.
And doing it well, Héctor. Doing it well. The streets. Doing great spacing running the floor.
Hodge to his left. Followed by Jorge Gutierrez. Hodge goes to the middle, loses it, picks it up again. Goes on reverse with his left pass to the glass, and it's a good basket.
They're going to need help on that kind of plays because the lefty Hodge is very aggressive on that kind of plays. And Gutierrez at the beginning was good on defense, playing against in front of him all the time, but he needs help.
Paco Cruz goes to the baseline, takes it outside to Gutierrez. Picked up by Hiron from 3-point range, in and out. There's the Vírgenes rebound. Martinez to Hodge. Hodge on the offensive side of the court. Hodge inside to Javier Martinez. Martinez to Gray. Gray inside to Philip Jones. Jones goes to work, takes a little jumper, misses. The rebound is for Javier Martinez. Goes around. Great rebound, great basket by Javier Martinez.
Javier Martinez, who has a great game, individually, on his ball score and his movements. Yesterday against Argentina, when we are seeing last play by Paco Cruz. So Javier is an interesting play. Let's see how he does it tonight.
Gutierrez to Fernando Benitez. Back to Cruz over the screen of Lorenzo Mata. Inside to Fernando Benitez with 11. The ball's in, drops in. Good basket for Fernando Benitez.
Good move too, playing great offensive. Mexican team at the 5-on-5 and running the floor too.
Hart to Jones, takes the jumper from way outside, misses. It's Hiron on the rebound. There's some speed, and there is unsportsmanship foul, and it's called on Virgin Islands against Mexico.
On Jones, who was grabbing. You have it here.
Grabbing
from behind to Lorenzo Mata, right?
Yep. And because there was no one in the front, it's called for a unsportsmanship foul, and it's Mata to the free throw line. Mata in his first one drops in. It's a good basket.
Despite in the loss yesterday night against Argentina, Lorenzo Mata and Mexico, they have a great, huge games, undefeated on Medellin. Especially Lorenzo plays very well.
Lorenzo misses the second. It's 9-4. We played basically 3 minutes and 49 seconds. It's Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez hands off to Paco Cruz. Takes a aim from 3-point range and nails the shot.
Paco Cruz punishing again. Coming from the handoff with Gutierrez. Very intelligent and smart play. He shoots the three and he made it.
Hard goes to his right, puts pressure to Gray. Way outside, misses. The rebound is for Hiron. Hiron comes to the front court. Hiron keeps going on. Hiron hands it off to Gutierrez. Inside to Benitez. Back to Hiron. Hiron try to put it outside to Jorge Gutierrez through the middle of the drive, and it's a foul call. And it's an offensive foul on Fernando Benitez.
Yes, on the trying to put the screen over there. You see, this is the not the screen. He was battling in the middle of the paint.
He was being grabbed from behind also.
Yeah.
Kind of a only call there. It's Walter Hodge. Hodge puts it inside. Steal by Paco Cruz. Cruz to Jorge Gutierrez to Paco Cruz. Great drive. The basket by Paco Cruz. And with the score, 12-4, the Virgin Islands calls for a timeout. Here we see a replay. Great play by the Mexican team. Great coordination. 14-4. We're going to a timeout.
If you're a Mexican fan, what else you can ask? I mean, they're running the floor. They're playing good defense. They're turning up. I mean, they're stealing the ball. They on the open court. They're doing it well. They got the biggest lead of the night, 10 points right now, and that makes think about it to San Mitchell, who's trying to find a solution.
They're dominating the game at both sides of the floor right now.
Yeah.
And Mitchell is basically thinking what to tell his player. Let's see if we can listen what he's going to say now.
Hey guys, listen. Anytime there's a natural switch, why are we talking? Guys, we're trying to help you from the bench. Y'all won't help each other. Back screen. You got to bump and call the back screen out. We shouldn't have to say that. That's basketball 101. All right, we come back. Let's run flag. Angel, walk. Vamos. Mano aquí. Seguimos. 1, 2, 3.
So Mitchell trying to talk about the bad screens and the one-on-one basketball game, and let's back together all the time to try to recompose these kind of things that Virgin Islands are suffering in the beginning of the game with Mexico, right?
Mexico's been very solid so far. Great passing, great help. They have taken the right shots. They're really mastering the game at this point. It's been all Mexico. Angel Rivera in for the Virgin Islands. To Gray. Gray to Walter Hodge. It was a bad pass to handle. The ball goes outside. Belongs to Mexico. It's Mexico's Giron to Paco Cruz. Cruz in the front court to Fernando Benitez. Looking inside for Gutierrez. Driving in. Well taken away by Javier Martinez. Javier to Walter Hodge. Hodge keeps going, and there's a foul call on Paco Cruz.
Yeah, it is not the loose ball foul. It's a foul strategy because Paco tries to cut with a personal foul. It could be a fast break, so it was good on that area of the defense.
Virgin Islands to Angel Rivera. Rivera to Walter Hodge. Hodge tries to go inside from the middle. Goes with the left, misses on the rebound. The ball saved by Lorenzo Mata. That's one of Mata's characteristics. Never gives up. Paco Cruz goes outside again. Over the screen of Mata. Cruz aims to shoot Dawson. Gave it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez to the middle from the key. Misses the rebound by Lorenzo Mata. There's a foul call.
Yeah, they were both trying to do the box out, but the foul is on number 10, Simmons, against Lorenzo, who's battling very well the offensive rebound.
There's Mata. He had the position, Lorenzo plays himself well and had the position.
Yeah, he was established over there.
Benitez to Paco Cruz against Hodge. Turns over. Goes inside. Great move. Great basket by Paco Cruz.
That's like, he do it so well, that kind of move. He had the patience to establish on the low post. And he turns around, he has spin move, he got a patient on it, and he always get advantage of that. And Paco Cruz, as we imagine, as that we ask for the leader of this team in the offensive side, especially, doing it great tonight.
It's the Virgin Islands possession now. Walter Hodge for the inbound pass to Angel Rivera. Rivera tries to go inside, can't. Hands it off to Hodge. Hodge back to Rivera. Rivera inside to Javier Martinez. Goes to work. Great block by Lorenzo Mata. It's Mexico's ball. Paco Cruz on the right side. Paco crosses to Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez drives inside. Goes all the way to the glass. Great basket by Jorge Gutierrez. By Gabriel Giron, sorry.
Yes. But they look like
they look like
the same bird.
And in traffic it's even worse.
The same bird. They look like brothers, Giron and Gutierrez.
Inside, great drive by Jamaya Simmons. The basket good, and he gets fouled.
He gets the 2-on-1. Good pick and roll, good pass. Lorenzo trying to get the offensive foul. He wasn't. So he goes to the line for one more. Great moment for Mexico, Héctor.
There's a substitution for Mexico. Better. Yeah. Mexico's really doing what they wanted. They're running the floor well, doing the defense. Lorenzo Mata has been a factor at both boards, offensive and defensive board. He's really dominating the game inside. And it's Héctor Hernández is coming in from Mexico now. Simmons scores on the free throw. 18-7, 11-point lead for Mexico. Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez to Cruz. Cruz back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez back to Hernández from three-point range. Goes up and misses. 5 for the rebound. Jonathan Gray to Angel Rivera. Spits it up through the center. Rivera outside to Walter Hodge. Hodge goes from the right, hands it off. Inside to Simon, misses. Mexico on the rebound. Paco Cruz on the offensive side. Cruz inside to Héctor Hernández. Héctor Hernández going to work his side advantage. Goes outside to Paco Cruz. Cruz drives inside. Throws it out to Hernández, but misses on the handoff. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's Virgin Islands possession.
And they weren't too much, the turnovers from Mexico. Also, they are doing a great job defending the boards, playing good on defense, stealing the ball, running very good in the open court in the fast break too. So they are capitalizing the turnovers of the Virgin Islands. So Mexico's still doing the things good. The Virgin Islands is the team who has to improve a lot better if they want to win.
Vasily. It's Simmons. Alex Perez came in for the Mexican team. To Hodge, takes off from 3. Hodge misses. The rebound is by Deon. Edwin. Ball goes out of bounds and it's Mexico's possession. We have 2:27 to go. First quarter, bronze medal game, Mexico and the Virgin Islands.
And we have Héctor 9 of the 18 Mexican points by Paco Cruz.
Yes.
Huge start for him.
Big leader of a team.
Yeah, he averaged 15.5.
Ale Perez hands it up inside to Giron, goes in, misses. The rebound is by Mexico. Edwin to Angel Rivera. Rivera keeps working at it. Rivera looking inside. Outside to Adam. Adam to Javier Martinez. Martinez outside to Rivera. Rivera tries to go in. Keeps going on. Rivera throws it in. Stolen Mexico. No, it's back out by the Virgin Islands. Long 3 misses. Fernando Benitez on the rebound. Mexico is going uncontested on the rebound, basically.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's exactly as you said. It's like they were alone on the court, especially in their board.
Giron from 3 points. There's no basket. It was an offensive foul off the ball. Inside is being called by to Fernando Benitez. And there is a push and the foul. The basket is no good.
The second one from Benitez battling, trying to get deep on the paint. The second play like that is the same, you know?
Adams keeps going on. Goes through the screen. Adams pushing in on the other side. The pass is to Javier Martinez. Takes a jumper. Misses. The rebound by Mexico. Héctor Hernández to Ale Perez to Gilberto Giron. Giron looks inside. Doesn't go. Back to Perez to Hernández. To Fernando Benitez. Goes to work the lefty. Good left hand shot. Good for Mexico. Every time they go inside, they make something.
Yeah, and good for Benitez because he was having some troubles on the offensive fouls, and now with the patience in low post, as you said, when Mexico puts the ball over there, has an advantage on it.
Virgin Islands, Deon Edwin. Edwin goes right. Edwin keeps going up. There is a foul call. It's an offensive foul on the Virgin Islands, and everything is going Mexico's way right now.
They get back the courtesy. Talking about offensive fouls, we have it with you can separate too much your protecting arm from the ball because it's going to be on the rival. And if the player magnificent, a little bit Shakespeare on it, and they put it.
It's Mexico's possession. Ale Perez, followed by Angel Rivera. To Paco Cruz, loses it, picks it up again. It's Cruz, around Gutierrez, outside to Giron. Giron to Hernández from a long 3 misses. On a loose ball, it's Gutierrez, tries to take the shot. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be Virgin Islands possession.
So we got Hernández with an air ball. Previously, he took a 3-point shot. It is his shot, but he couldn't make it, any of those.
Angel Rivera in the front court. 11 seconds to go in the game clock. It's Rivera. 7 seconds to go in the game clock. It's Rivera. Keeps working on. Rivera goes through the center, turns around, takes a shot against the big one, misses. The rebound from the Virgin Islands. The time is over. The first quarter is over, and the advantage is for Mexico. They're dominating the game 20-7.
20-7. We have a great 27. We got a So we're watching in those these 13 biggest lead. The biggest lead of the game for Mexico was 14 points. We're watching Héctor, one of the good plays for Mexico. The numbers for them are very nice. We have the first baskets for Mexico running the floor in the open court, capitalizing all the turnovers that Virgin Islands has, especially when Mexico steal the ball, and especially too when Mexico get the rebound. So they could run, and they could make good plays. So it's complete control and dominating the game, the Mexican guys against Virgin Islands. Let's see what happened with them, Virgin Islands, if they're gonna have some reaction. As we said at the beginning of the transmission, they don't have it since those first two games. They were decreasing, you know, the IQ basketball. So
just in the rebound side, it's 16-5. So it's absolute dominance by Mexico in the inside. And at the beginning of the game, basically Mata was single-handedly dominating both boards, the defensive and the offensive board. And it was the figure that actually, I think, led Mexico with Paco Cruz to take off the advantage in the game.
And I like to say all the time in a basketball game, if you have 16-5, the boards on your favor, and you don't lose, you don't turn over the ball, and you have a decent field goal percentage, with those three areas, it's difficult that you lose a game.
Very difficult, definitely. There's an inside shot by Gilberto Giron. 22-7, 15-point advantage for Mexico. Hodge to Simmons to Edwin, should say, goes inside. Great basket by Deon Edwin. All the way inside, Mexico's possession. To Ale Perez, Ale to Dua, and there's a foul call. Fouls too hard in the inside.
And Mexico with some substitutions. Alvarado on the court, doing a great job in all the...
Israel Gutierrez also inside, number 15.
Of course. And
there was a foul. Yep.
Hernández was from the other quarter.
Héctor Hernández takes it outside. The three-point shot misses. It's Philip Jones on the rebound. All the way long pass to Edwin. Great run on the floor, this time by the Virgin Islands. And the basket, the easy basket for Deon Edwin.
Great fast break, good pass, alongside pass like a football, and they couldn't make it.
Ale Perez, back to Héctor Hernández, to Ale Perez. Perez goes to the right, throws it back to Hernández. Hernández inside to Giron, the shots blocked, and it's picked up by Alvarado. Goes inside, there's a foul call on the shot.
Despite in the foul, playing a lot better defense at the beginning of the second quarter, Virgin Islands. I don't know what Sam Mitchell said after the first quarter, but they have some motivation, you know. They have to have some courage on especially on the defensive side to try to win this game, or at least, you know, to be head-to-head to the final.
On the free throw line, it's Alvarado for Mexico, number 6. The first shot is in and out, misses the first one. 22-11, we are at the bronze medal game. Following this game, the gold medal, USA versus Argentina. Misses both shots. It's Walter Hodge. And that has been a problem for the Mexican team, the foul shooting. They have not been up to par.
That's good.
Hard from 3 points. Good basket for the Virgin Islands. The first time they're able to put 2 in a row.
Yeah.
22-13.
So they are on one digit lead, 9. It was all the time 10, 12, 13, or 14.
There's Hart, goes over the screen, takes a 3-point shot, and makes it. It's a turnover by Mexico, turning the ball over to the Virgin Islands. To put the ball in play, it's number 12, Khalid Hart, for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Inbounds to Walter Hodge.
You know, Héctor, I mentioned 3 areas. So we talk about rebounds in favor of Mexico. We can match. The turnovers were in the first quarter 4 turnovers for the Virgin Islands and 5 for Mexico. But if you saw the other third part of my comment, you're going to see that the field goal percentage for Mexico is 50%, and the Virgin Islands, it was 18.8. So it was too poor.
Absolutely.
The game.
Absolutely. Walter Hodge. Hodge back to Philip Jones. Takes a long three. The big man scores a three. There comes the Virgin Islands. 22-16. 22-17, should I say. 5-point game. Gutierrez. Gutierrez turns around, followed by Hart. Gets it to Israel Gutierrez. Back to Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez takes a jumper, misses on the rebound. Deon Edwin. Quickly to the front court, Edwin. Keeps going on, Edwin. Take it away. Stolen by Ale Perez. Great hands. Pushes all the way to Jorge Gutierrez. He gets hammered by Philip Jones.
Nice play for both point guards on Mexico. First, Alex Perez on the defensive side, the guy who plays here in Argentina for San Lorenzo, was a championship doing a lot different role than he's doing in Mexico. So he's a smart player. And then the other one, Jorge Gutierrez, with his courage, doing a grace and smart move because he saw the defender coming. He saw he was going to crash him, so he waited on the air, accept the foul, and now he's on the line.
He saw the big man coming.
He saw that one.
He protected himself.
That's that one play.
Jorge Gutierrez for the first shot. It's good. 23-17. Second quarter, bronze medal game, Mexico and the Virgin Islands. Jorge Gutierrez at the free throw line. Gutierrez takes the second one, and it's also good. Mexico comes to press.
Yeah, all the floor.
All the floor in its own press. Now they back off. It's Kevin Hart, followed by Jorge Gutierrez. Tries to look for the screen of Philip Jones. Hart goes all the way inside, goes for the basket. Difficult shot. The rebound's lost, picked up by Mexico. Héctor Hernández to Jorge Gutierrez to Paco Cruz. Cruz playing against Hodge. Cruz takes a little jumper from the top of the key and misses. Gets back to Cruz in his hand, takes it outside to Jorge Gutierrez. Back to Paco Cruz. Paco Cruz drives inside, throws a little floater, misses the floater. Philip Jones on the rebound.
He was better the floater than the previous shot. Both for Paco, but he couldn't. He couldn't make it.
Touch to Jones, air ball from three-point range this time. It's Ale Perez. Perez stops the dribble. Brings it inside to Paco Cruz to work against Walter Hodge. Cruz dribbles it on his sneaker, goes out of bounds, and the kicking is not allowed in this game.
A little bit better on these last minutes. Virgin Islands, a little bit, some distractions, I guess. Some distractions on the offensive side for Mexico, not doing so very well.
Is Walter Hodge, the lefty, working against Ale Perez, to Deon Edwin. Hart tries to go inside the baseline, takes it outside to Jonathan Gray, takes a long three, another three for the Virgin Islands.
And the best three of all of them, because when you can go deep and put the ball inside first and then passes to outside, those 3-point shots hurt more than the other ones that you can take in other situations of the game,
Héctor Hernández misses the three. It's Virgin Islands possession again. It's Walter Hodge drives to the middle. The lefty goes to the basket. He's fouled in the shooting intent, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And he was looking for the 2-and-1, and he couldn't make it, but he's going to the free throw line for 2. That lefty-handy that Hodge has, he's very aggressive going to the rim, and it's difficult for the defenders all the time play defense on a guy who's lefty.
I had a coach that said that defending a lefty is always difficult because it's working against what you normally see.
Of course. So you can ask Manu Ginobili, James Harden.
First one's good for Hodge. Leo, and Virgin Islands slowly has gotten back into the game.
Look at that.
It was an 11, 13-point game. It's now a 3-point game.
Good
2-point game now.
Minutes. Good ones. Yeah, of course. Good 5 first game. Because they have, we got 20-7. So the partial in favor of Virgin Island. Is 4 from Mexico and 15. 15-4 is the partial.
Ale Perez, followed by Gray to Paco Cruz. There is a foul call, and there is an offensive foul on Mexico. So Virgin Islands will have the possession to go for the tie.
Yes,
there is a
sir.
screen, and there is a push-off by Gutierrez.
For the tie or for the lead.
Or for the lead, yes.
3-point shot. So a lot of improvement over there in both sides of the floor. Good for Sam Mitchell and his guys.
Hodge to Gray to Hart. Hart followed by Hernández. Hart keeps working, goes for Martinez screen. Hart loses it, picks it up again, backs off, takes a shot, misses. The long rebound is by Jorge Gutierrez. Quickly in the front court is Gutierrez. Gutierrez hands it off on the side to Perez. Perez inside. So great shot for Mexico by Edgar Garibay.
Oh my. Good play. You can see it right now. The fake, good pass in the right moment. And look at this one.
Great look by Ale Perez to the inside.
Exactly, because he waited. I'm talking about again about a patient on the pick and roll. So when you are penetrating, the patient for the point guard to wait. So Alex wait that the defender who was on Garibay comes to him, and when he realized that he gets double defender, he passes the ball. They make a 3-point play for Mexico.
Yeah, he converts on the free throw. It's 27-22. Mexico opens the game by 5. Angel Rivera back in for the Virgin Islands. Rivera against Jorge Gutierrez. Rivera is fouled by Jorge Gutierrez.
But anyway, great intensity on the position to play defense on him. All the time in front of him with the legs, in the parallel form with the chest on it.
Inbounds by the Virgin Islands. Great.
Plays like that.
Yep, all the time. To Hodge. Hodge goes to the left, goes inside all the way. Difficult shot. In and out. Rebound by Mexico. Alex Perez on the front court is Alex Perez. Alex to Jorge Gutierrez. To Héctor Hernández, back to Jorge Gutierrez. Has the space, goes up from 3. Misses a 3-point. It's back to the Virgin Islands, and it's Walter Hodge on the offensive side. Hodge tries to go in, can. It's given to Gray. Gray takes a shot from 3, misses. The rebound is from Mexico. Héctor Hernández. Hernández to the middle. Gives it outside to Alex Perez. Perez inside. Gray look again to Garibay. Garibay goes up. Gets blocked. Garibay goes back up. Gets blocked again. It's Virgin Islands. It's Hodge. Hodge quickly to the center. Hodge keeps going on. Loses it. Picks it back up on the dribble. To Jonathan Gray. Gray goes inside to Angel Rivera. Rivera takes the baseline. Rivera takes it outside to Jones, to Gray. Back to Angel Rivera. Rivera drives, and he's fouled by Jorge Gutierrez.
Well, we have a situation here. Good pass again with Alex Perez on the Mexican side on the offensive plays, and then Garibay couldn't make it because Jones, first of all, Jones is too big. Second one, Garibay was behind.
He guarded himself. He got all the way inside. When he went up, he hit the on side of the backboard.
Yeah, he that one first, and then the second one, the Jones is too big and plays good defense on it.
It's back to Virgin Islands. It's Walter Hodge. Hodge goes inside, goes really great inside, misses on a great drive.
What a shame. It was a great move by Hodge. As we said before, very hard to play defense on a guy like that. Who's too squeezy, who's too quick.
There's a timeout called by the Mexican team with a score 27-22. Mexico leading by 5 with 3 minutes and 26 minutes to play in the half.
All right, Mexico timeout. Let's see if we can catch what the coach said. Let's listen.
Hay bonus. Quiero jugar para dentro balones inferiores a Viri. ¿Dónde vamos a meter balones inferiores? En 0-4. ¿Vale?
Un buen backpick, Ale.
0-4. Metemos bloqueo ciego para que en el 0-4, si se puede meter la bola, la metemos. Y si no, continuamos. Correcto. Pero quiero jugar con verticalidad porque hay bonus. Entonces, tiro a pies parados, por supuesto. Bueno, tiro a pies parados, por supuesto.
Cuando Paco juega el pick and roll, puede hacer un backpick sobre eso.
Otra cosa. Con Walter Hodge quiero que estés tú. Tú con Walter Hodge.
Soon as field sets it, Javi, you're diving. You may have Javi going here. If we don't have it, we got Walt and Johnson right there. All right, let's go, guys. Come on.
Bueno, Leo.
What essentially said at the beginning, Baldunillos says he gonna put the ball inside, coming from a screen. I mean, when Paco, the other pointers, were playing a situation in one wing of on one side, anyone, left or right. He wants an horizontal parallel the baseline, pick on the big man to put the ball over there for Mexico because he wants to get an advantage. They got bonus, so they will go to the free throw line, and let's see what happened in this play because he ordered that.
He emphasized the bonus situation.
Yes, sir.
He wants to capitalize on that.
And playing inside.
Ale Perez, there goes Garibay, tried to walk in there, but he couldn't make it. It's Paco Cruz outside to Ale Perez, 4 seconds to shoot. Back out to Garibay, takes a long three and nails the shot.
This is the basketball. He drew another play to put the ball inside on the paint, and they couldn't do it because defense plays good too. So they finished with a 3-point with a big man.
Philip Jones goes back out from 3, misses his Mexico's rebound. Paco Cruz coming up to the front court. Followed by Rivera. It's Paco Cruz, hands it inside to Garibay. And there's the basket by Edgar Garibay.
Playing huge minutes for him.
The way Sergio gave the instructions.
Yep. 5 consecutive points for him. Now inside.
Javier Martinez tries to go up. He's deflected by Garibay. Paco Cruz hands it off to Ale Perez. Perez to Gilberto Girón. Takes a space. The shot misses. The rebound is by Philip Jones. Outlet pass goes to Angel Rivera. Rivera back to Philip Jones.
And you know, Héctor, with those last 5 points with Garibay, Mexico takes again a 10-point lead.
Jones turns around and misses. Yes, sir. It's Paco Cruz. Cruz crosses it over to Ale Perez. Goes from 3. Misses the 3. The rebound outside. Picked it up by the Mexican team. Héctor Hernández has space from 3 points. Decides to drive. Hands it back to Garibay. He goes up. Great pass. Great basket by Garibay. And Garibay has been killing them from the inside. Look at the replay. Hands it off in. The way was diagram. And he foul and goes up for the basket.
10 points for him. Huge minutes, score, and plays for Garibay, doing inside, outside, shooting from 3-point line, shooting inside. It was a good play on the pick and roll with the 2 big men of Mexico, you know. Hernández passing the ball after the pick and roll to Garibay. That was nice to see, and that obligates Virgin Island to take a new timeout because the lead is again 12 points.
With 1 minute and 33 seconds, there we have Sam Mitchell. Let's see what he has to say.
He's thinking. Well, the point is, first of all, I think you have to adjust the defense of that guy because he's killing you in the last 3 minutes. And no matter who it is, I mean, it's Garibay or whatever, but they're not playing good defense on the pick and roll, on the cuts into the rim. They're playing bad in that situation, Virgin Island, no?
Guys, listen, come back.
Yeah, Mexico's been on one side patient and on the other side doing the proper execution. There's Mitchell again.
You gonna come steady, high and move up, Jemiah dies. All right, guys, listen. Don't go for pump fake. Stay down. All right, just stay down. Let's go. Deep in those 3, 1, 2, 3.
Very basic instructions.
Yeah.
What he said to the guys.
Don't jump, stay down. Good position defense.
We have FIBA America's president, Uzi Richards, just there in the screen. And Mexico goes back to the free throw line. The lead is 12 points.
With Garibay, who's 10 points. And he can make 11.
Edgar Garibay. In out, the rebound by Perez, misses it. Great job by Perez going in. Yep, 10 points for Garibay. Rivera to Walter Hodge. Hodge back to Angel Rivera. To Hodge. The lefty goes to work inside to Simons. Misses it. Picked up by Rivera. Rivera hands it inside to the lefty. Goes to the board. Great inside pass to Yamaya Simons that scores for the Virgin Islands.
Good job for Simons. Individual play. Battling there. 10 points again.
34-24. 59 seconds to go. Ale Perez hands it up to Héctor Hernández. Héctor Hernández goes all the way with a little hook shot and makes it.
Great look for Hernández right now. He started his night a little bit unsecure. And now he's doing it well. Passing and scoring.
Hodge backs off, takes off the jumper. Good shot by Walter Hodge. 36-26. 10-point Mexico lead. 30 seconds to go in the half. It's Ale Perez followed by Rivera outside to Hernández. Has a spike, takes a jump and nails the three.
And now again doing it great. Hernández, he misses with a air ball shot included. His night and now doing great things for Mexico.
Walter Hodge goes inside. Walter keeps going all the way, takes a little shot and misses the rebound outside and no basket. The first half of this game is over. It's Mexico 39, the U.S. Virgin Islands 26.
Again, 13 points at the same that we have in the first quarter, 20-7. 13 points. The difference, they reduced the difference to 2 points. One moment of the game, it was a good first 5 minutes in the second quarter for Virgin Islands, but then back again with Garibay in the last minutes with Hernández. Mexico doing a great job to settle down. Again, the halftime difference by 13 points. The biggest lead was 14. Doing Mexico a great job again.
We have 50% shooting for Mexico, 31% for the Virgin Islands. From 3 points, both teams are shooting 27%. On the free throw, 100% for the Virgin Islands, 50% for Mexico. That's what has showed problems all the time.
The big difference is the 31 field percentage for Virgin Islands, no?
Yep.
You got the rebounds?
Look at the rebounds.
They
2-1. And look at the assists, 12-4.
Yeah.
Mexico with 8 turnovers. Steals, 3 for Mexico, none for the Virgin Islands. All the Virgin Islands has 5 block shots.
Yeah, 5 block shots and 3 steals from Mexico. But the big,
the leaders, Garibay with 10 points, 6 for Hodge. And Garibay actually made all the points in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He didn't play in the first one.
Hernández with 8 rebounds. Cruz for 2 steals, block shot, Mata 1, Jones 3, and the turnovers 3 by Cruz and 2 by Hodge. So it's you know that this quarter was tied. At one point, the Virgin Islands had it all going for them. Mexico made the adjustment, started to work it inside. When Virgin Islands tried to close inside, then they took out outside and scored for the 3. So really, Mexico has been the dominant factor so far in the game.
And Paco Cruz with a huge performance in all aspects of the game. Also losing the ball 3 times because he was one of the, you know, the guys, the star guys from the team, doing a lot of things, having too much the ball on the hands. So it was a good start for Paco Cruz. And later on, as you said, the 2 big men. First of all, in the second quarter, Garibay, and later on, Hernández doing his job. So Mexico could come back again, doing a great effort on the boards, duplicating the rebound, you know, duplicating Virgin Islands, 30-50. And another good thing, as we said before, the field goal percentage, 31 for Virgin Islands, 50 for Mexico. That's a good look to win for Mexico.
We have the highlights of the best games of the first half. We'll be back with you in a few minutes when we're ready to start the second half. Again, 39 for Mexico, 26 for the Virgin Islands. We're back at the Orfeo Superdome in Córdoba, Argentina. Leo, almost ready to start the second half. Both teams back on the court.
Yep.
And let's see what happens now with Mexico has been a dominating factor for probably 15 of the 20 minutes. They had a dry spell for about 5 minutes. They pick it back up and again were able to open the game to a 13-point lead.
You are absolutely right, Héctor, because there was just 5 minutes in the first 5 minutes of the second quarter that Virgin Islands has his moment. the ups and downs of Mexico, maybe they helped them to do that effort on the defensive side and you know, the concretion on the offensive side. So they're doing it well, but just for 5 minutes. And the basketball game, it's 40 minutes. For now, we got 20 minutes with the same biggest lead after every quarter for Mexico. 13 points in the lead after the first quarter, and the same now on the halftime. The biggest lead was 14. We got Cruz with 9 points, doing a lot of best of him in the first quarter. We got Edgar Garibay with 10 points, doing his best on the second quarter. And all the teammates of Mexico helping to get the board 30-15, duplicating the Virgin Islands, and a 50% from the field. That makes happy for now to Mexico. Let's see what happens in the second half. I think you thought the same. Virgin Islands needs more than 5 minutes of intensity to get this game.
And Garibay scored his 10 points in just 5 minutes 23 seconds of game time. So he was really effective for Mexico.
That's an effective player.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're almost ready to start the second half. Both teams at their benches with their coaches. And we'd like to remember our basketball fans all over the globe that after this game, we'll be playing here the gold medal game. It's the USA versus Argentina, the only two teams that have gone undefeated in this tournament, both with 4-0 records. Argentina 3-0 in the Bahia Blanca stage, Mexico 3-0 in the Montevideo stage. Both teams won last night here at Córdoba, so both will go undefeated to the gold medal game tonight. We should be starting here at Córdoba
at 9 p.m.
At 9 p.m. Córdoba time, local time. That's right.
So it's going to be a huge game, Héctor. Everybody's expecting that. So it's going to be a great matchup. And now we get the second half. So thank you, everyone in ESPN USA for reaches in DirecTV Sports. So also in the English app and all around the world about FIBA. My account on Instagram, Twitter, on Facebook is Soy Leo Montero, and Héctor Martinez is with us right now doing the play-by-play for us.
It's basketball. Walter Hodge to open the second half. It's Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez, the handoff is to Paco Cruz, 39-28. It's Cruz inside to Fernando Benitez. Benitez outside to Mata. Too low a pass. Misses it. Goes to Hart all the way. Had to stop. Great defense. Great backup by Mexico. Jones takes off the 3-point, and the big man can shoot.
The big man can shoot. That's right. And Jones making a 3-pointer, 6 now in the night.
39-31. It's Cruz. Cruz inside to Jorge Gutierrez. Outside to Cruz. Picks it up, and it was over the line on Gilberto Giron. So it's a turnover. The ball goes back to Virgin Islands. And in this game, when you step over the lines, they'll call you for something.
Yeah.
It's outside, it's backcourt, you cannot step over the lines. It's Hart. Hart goes back to Hodge. Hodge from 3, a long 3 by the lefty. Great basket. 39-34.
2 consecutive 3 points. One from the big man, the other one from the point guard. And we have a 5-point game right now.
Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes to the right, goes left, hands inside to Mata. Great block shot by Javier Martinez. Outside in the hands of Paco Cruz, and the 3 for Mexico.
And that was the best block shot assist to the other, the other side.
Absolutely.
Because it was a great block shot, but it was straight as an assist in the hands of Paco Cruz, who made the 3-point for Mexico. So we are now back 9.
If he tries it again, it will never happen.
Sorry.
If he tries it again, probably won't happen.
No, they will not do it.
It's Jorge Gutierrez, turnover by the Virgin Islands, 42-34. Gutierrez to Paco Cruz, followed by Walter Hodge. The pressure is on. It's to Jorge Gutierrez, goes to the right, misses it, takes him by Hart on the front with Hodge. Hodge is going to go all the way. The lefty goes to the board. Great basket by Walter Hodge.
And Benitez was asking for an offensive foul with the arm protecting the ball and Hodge, but he has that play doing so well. So it's hard to call that one.
42-36. It's Paco Cruz against Jones. Cruz going to go inside all the way. Hands it up against the basket. Misses. The rebound. There is a foul call. Kind of a late call there.
Yeah, that's what it was. Look, this is too hard to play defense on it because Hodge is too, quick and aggressive doing that kind of jobs.
There's a replay.
And that's a replay that Benitez was asking for the call. And on the other hand, yeah, it was a late call, but Cruz is on the line.
Yep. Francisco Paco Cruz. We have a 6-point game here at the Feo Superdomo in Córdoba, Argentina. It is the bronze medal game for AmeriCup 2017. Cruz on the first one is good for his first shot.
10 points now for him.
Yep, 43-36.
13. I'm sorry. I was missing the 3-point.
Yep, 13 for Cruz. The second one, also good. 14 for Cruz. 44-36.
So he almost has his average 14 now. He's averaging 15.5 in this AmeriCup.
Walter Hodge. Hodge, followed by Giron. Goes over the screen up Philip Jones. Hands it off to Hart. Hart inside to the middle. Takes a jumper from the free throw line. Good basket.
Good for Hart. Great job there. Stopping there, jumping.
Khalil Hart has been very effective from that range. That mid-range, he's a good shooter. It's Mexico's ball. Cruz outside to Gilberto Giron. Giron tries to go inside, can't get it. Ball slap out of the hands, but there is a personal foul being called.
Giron looks like, look at that play, like a little bit slow guy. He looks like fat, but he's not fat. He's strong. And he's a very smart player. He's a very smart player. Saying this by his coaches.
Cruz inside, takes a little jumper inside, and it's a good basket for Cruz. He keeps scoring.
16 now.
He is a scoring leader for the Mexican squad. 46-38.
He's on the range right now, but the night is young yet. He can do a lot more things.
Hart outside against Benitez. Hart drives inside, goes all the way to the basket. Great drive. Benitez couldn't match Hart's speed.
Beautiful and nasty.
46-40. And Vírgenes is fighting tough. Giron to Jorge Gutierrez. Takes a little jumper from free throw line. Misses. Goes after his own miss. Great rebound. Great shot by Gutierrez. And he's get fouled on the shot.
The 2-on-1 for Jorge Gutierrez, who's now 4 points. And he's going to the line. We have it again. Coming off the screen.
There he follows his miss. Look at it.
Good jumper there. He decided to not attack in the rim. He took the shot. And after that, as you said, follow his own shot. And now he's on the line.
Jorge Gutierrez at the free throw line. There is a free throw for the foul. It's good. And Mexico opens up a 9-point lead. Hodge to Gray to Hart. Has the space. Takes a 3-point shot. Misses the rebound. It's by Mexico. It's Cruz. Cruz goes to the front court. Goes over the screen of Lorenzo Mata. There is an offensive foul in Lorenzo Mata. When he turned around.
It used to happen with the big mans. It could be Mata, it could be Benitez, it could be Jones. This time, you never know when start. You never know when they start with the pushing each other. So it's hard to call, and sometimes the referees saw what they saw at the last play. Last movement of the players.
Hard drive inside, kind of a difficult shot. Picked up by Mexico. He's hit on the right side. There is a foul call. And there's no basket. It's before he started his drive.
See what I'm saying? He looks like, look at the play. He looks like he's slow, but he goes in.
Yep.
He do it anyway.
He's a sound player. He does lots of right things for the Mexican team. It's been quite effective for them. Cruz. Followed by Walter Hodge. Cruz to Fernando Benitez. Fernando Benitez inside, and Gutierrez push off Angel Rivera. And he was called for the foul. Let's see the replay when they go back at it. He was trying to take advantage. He has about a 5 inch advantage over Rivera. It's the third foul.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
Gutierrez.
it's too early to have a Gutierrez with 3 fouls.
There's another offensive foul again by the guy who sets up the screen. There's Sergio Hernández. Just came into the Orfeo Superdomo, ready for the second game of the evening. There is a foul by.
Yeah.
That's a clear foul. That one, we were outside of the court and even we could see it.
I was in the hotel, and we are in the same hotel that every team, and I was talking with my good friend Sergio Hernández about tonight. They are confident they can beat USA. That's what the Argentinian head coach said. They played a great game yesterday against Mexico, especially in the second half, where Mexico has his downs, and Argentina played the best.
There's a double foul being called by Yeset Ortiz, the referee from Puerto Rico, and Walter Hodge from the Virgin Islands side, and on Cruz from the Mexican side. So it's still Mexico's possession.
Yeah, because, there's a 2 foul, you cancel any of those and still play.
They get canceled, absolutely right. It's Alex Perez. Perez hands it off to Héctor Hernández. Back to Gilberto Girón. Tries to turn the corner, couldn't. Pulls back, takes a 3-pointer. Misses on the long shot. Angel Rivera hands it off to Hart. Hart to Walter Hodge. Hodge on the offensive side. Hodge to Javier Martinez. Back to Hodge. From 3 points, takes the drive, goes inside. Double step, misses. The rebound by Héctor Hernández. To Cruz. Cruz faced off by Angel Rivera. Also try to use his height advantage. Goes inside all the way. Turns to the basket. Misses. Rebound by Mexico. It misses by Fernando Benitez. Picked off by Jones. Up to Angel Rivera. Quickly Rivera on the front court. It's Rivera trying to go inside. Gets stopped to Hodge to Jones with a 3-point range. Misses the big one this time. Alex Perez from Mexico. Perez hands it off to Cruz. Cruz wants to work against Rivera to Girón in the inside, and he gets fouled on the drive to the basket.
After that sequences of plays with both teams, that was the foul on Girón. They get some patience on the cut to the rim, but previously we saw Paco Cruz playing. He realized that he was getting guarded by Rivera, who's a lot smaller than him. So he posted himself, take his time, doing with the left hand this time. He missed it. But I want to say that's the intelligence of the players during the game, to realize what they playing defense on them, and then decided what they have to do.
And Rivera, I think, beyond doubt, is the smallest player of the tournament. He's only 5 feet 7 inches tall.
Yep.
Girón has scored both baskets, and now Mexico pulls back to 11. Back to double-digit lead. With 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Javier Martinez to Walter Hodge. Hodge followed by Alex Perez. Against Héctor Hernández now. Hodge goes to work. It's stopped by Hernández. Hands it inside to the Vírgenes and misses number 10, Simmons. It's picked up by Mexico, and it's Alex Perez. Perez to Girón. Girón inside to Héctor Hernández. Hernández against Javier Martinez. Tries to work the baseline. Goes around with a little reverse. Great work by Héctor Hernández.
Great work with Hernández, doing something that he did in the last minutes of the second quarter. Great job.
Angel Rivera, lots of dribbling. Gets it off to Hart in the corner. Back to Rivera. 3:08 to play. Hart from 3-point range. Misses. Mexico on the rebound. It's Alex Perez. Quick on the outside. To Girón. Misses the shot. Picked up by Alex Perez. And there's a foul call. And the foul. It's a push foul. And they call for 2 free throws.
Yeah, it's a free throw line, 2 free throws, because the next player is no basket. The continuation. So
it's a change for the Virgin Islands.
You know, Héctor, I was on the same way in the coffee in the lobby talking with Hernández. I was talking a nice chat with Luis Escola, and he said, he has a calf injury.
Yep.
He tried to play in Bahia Blanca and he couldn't. He was coming from the other injured leg. And I said, Luis, you got 37 years old. You never get injured in all your career. But if you get injured, anybody notice because you never lose a game, especially with national team. He said, you know, that's the way it is. Sometimes happen. And if the final would be on Wednesday, I'm on it. I got 2 more days and I'll be ready. I'll be ready in 2 more days. Well, the final is today.
Deon scores both free throws. Edwin Avalos coming in from Mexico. Yeah, Luis is a great player, great hustler, and definitely likes to play. And
all the time.
All the time, yes. And it was kind of a freak injury because he stepped on a wet spot on the floor.
Yeah.
Simmons inside, hands it off. Great basket for the Village by Javier Martinez. 55-40, it's Mexico lead by 15. 55-42. By 13, Alex Perez. Perez inside to Héctor Hernández, and then they goes to Works. To the outside to Avalos. To Cruz from the corner from 3-point range and nails the 3.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another biggest lead in the game for Mexico, 16 points.
Javier Martinez to Jonathan Gray, goes up from 3, and the Virgin Islands answer back with the 3 of their own.
And let me say this about Mexico, right? Not only the biggest lead a few minutes ago, if not a good movement play to find on the corner Paco Cruz, who's feeling it right now in the second half again.
Alex Perez inside, great shot by Garibay, misses the inside, it's picked up by Paco Cruz. Outside
19
to Hernández. Cruz goes to work again. There goes Cruz, keeps going inside. Right hand floater, misses. The rebound is fought, picked up by Garibay, and there's foul on the inside.
Nice job for Vargas again. Working on it on the paint for Mexico, battling in the offensive boards with some good scores. As you said at the beginning, in 5 minutes, he got 10 points in the second quarter. He goes to the line again, and I'm sorry I interrupted you earlier. 19 points, the best score of the game for Paco Cruz.
And the Virgin Islands is calling for a timeout with 1 minute 32 seconds to play. The lead is for Mexico, 58-45. There you have the instructions, Leo, from both teams.
Yeah, both trying to do their best. Sam Mitchell talking about the defensive first, and then on the offensive side, trying to take care about Angel Rivers on the court, don't get advantage. Helping him to not get advantage on defensive. And Valdemillos talking about, centralizing the offensive on Paco Cruz or Alex Perez and giving the ball to Garibay or Garibay or Hernández inside. Like if it were 2 separate things for Mexico. The pointers, Perez and Paco Cruz not the pointer, Paco Cruz at 3. Can decide what it have to do. If not, they are good balance Mexico right now playing with the big men too. So they get both choices.
Garibay converts both free throws, so it's a 15-point lead by Mexico. Angel Rivera goes around the screen, hands it off to Simmons, goes to the inside, works it up to Martinez, and there's a foul call on the shot. Foul to Javier Martinez.
Yeah, the foul is on Hernández, as we saw.
Number 12 for the Mexican team, fouling Javier Martinez, who goes to the free throw line. Martinez, number 15, trying to cut the lead that Mexico has at this point. First one for Martinez is good.
You want to know the history about the great matchup against Argentina and USA tonight?
Yep.
Okay. Jeff Van Gundy, the USA coach, the hotel is close to the Orfeo Superdome Arena, you know?
Okay.
He doesn't want anyone take him and carry on him, you know, to the arena. He's just walking all the time. And say, Coach, we can take you to the arena. No, I'm walking. No, but Coach, we can take you over there. No.
Stolen ball by Virgin Islands. Hard goes all the way. Difficult shot on the back to his left. Great shot by Khalil Hart. And he closes him back to 11 points.
So to finish the story, if you want to see Jeff and Andy around coming off the game, you have to work with him to see on the streets, because maybe you will see someone with suitcase and with a USA T-shirt coming. That's Jeff Van Gundy.
Great, having a great time here at this tournament. He said he's enjoyed a lot, being able the experience to coach here, his team.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he looks happy to be here with the team. He had a great hand from Popovich doing that too. He's replacing Popovich for this tournament. Popovich is going to take care of the national team for USA to 2020, to Tokyo, the Olympics. And it's a good thing for United States. It's a bad thing for the rest of the world, because LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all those guys wants to play for Popovich in the national team.
Yep. 61-49, misses the second one by Mexico. Angel Rivera to Jonathan Gray. Gray working it out to Javier Martinez. Martinez tries to go inside, turns around, faces the defense, loses it, gets it back out, the ball from the floor, and Mexico picks it up. Paco Cruz on the offensive side, the top scorer of the game so far with 19 points. Cruz to Héctor Hernández. Hernández inside, and it's slapped out of bounds by the Virgin Island team. This will be Mexico's possession with 5.4 seconds to go in this third quarter.
And the difference established again in the range of between 12 and 16 points. Always on command for Mexico.
Mexico inbounds to Hernández, to Paco Cruz. Cruz steps back, takes the three, misses the rebound. It's the Virgin Islands, but it's over. This quarter is over. We played 30 minutes here in Cordoba, and the lead is for Mexico 61-49 at the end of the third quarter. And you know what?
Yep.
This quarter is the first quarter that the Virgin Islands win in the game. They won the quarter 23-22.
23-22. And by the way, on the other hand, is the best offensive quarter by Mexico. Because they make 20.
By both teams in the game.
Yeah, 20, 19, and 22. But you're right, because they're absolutely right. Virgin Islands beat them on this quarter 23-22. The difference still doing it in favor of Mexico by 12. They improve a lot. Virgin Islands of 41% from the field. They got 31% on the first, and Mexico decreased a little bit.
Yep. And Virgin Islands has been perfect so far at the free throw line. Mexico shooting for 73%.
Yeah, but they just won 5 times,
yes.
and they were 19, right? 14 from 19 from Mexico. That's a good thing too. We're watching the highlights. So the question would be, what could happen in the last quarter to Virgin Islands to win the game? So they have to do a lot of things that they didn't do in 30 minutes. So they had played consistent defense, take care of the balls. Take care of the pointers, take care of this guy, Paco Cruz, and take care of the big men. Because Hernández, not too much Lorenzo Mata, but Hernández and Garibay playing good. So they have to fix some things over there. And then in the offensive side, I think they need more help to Hodge.
And Mexico also has played some very solid ball handling.
Yeah.
In the backcourt by Paco Cruz, by Ale Perez, by Girón. whoever was in control of the ball in the backcourt by the Mexican team played some very good, a very good game, very solid game. So we're going into the final 10 minutes of the game. And it's like Leo said, 61-49. It's a 12-point lead to Mexico. And really the Virgin Islands has to play their heart out. Yep. And give it all out. They have really fought this game. They fall behind, fought back, fall behind, fought back. So it's been a well-played game so far.
And they don't have nothing to lose.
No.
So they're going to put all the heart, all the aggressiveness, all the courage, and all the basketball they have in these next 2 minutes.
Hernández up from 3 misses. Philip Jones on the rebound. To Angel Rivera. Rivera in the front court. Back to Philip Jones. To Angel Rivera. Rivera goes left. Picks it out to Edwin. Edwin from 3-point range misses in the front of the basket. It's Jorge Gutierrez to Alex Perez. Perez over the screen. Perez inside, goes to the basket. It's foul on the attempt to shoot. And it's going to go to the free throw line. Number 11, Alex Perez for the Mexican team.
Alex Perez, we have Alex Perez with 2 free throws, doing a great tournament. We got 19 points for Paco Cruz. We got 12 for Garibay, 8 for Giron, 8 for Hernández, 5 for Lorenzo Mata, and for Alex Perez,
his first point of the game.
First point, yeah.
Missed the first, scored the second. Angel Rivera. Rivera to Hart. Hart. Followed by Héctor Hernández. Hart goes in. Hart's of penetrations. Goes up to the basket. Misses. It's a rebound by Mexico. Long pass to Alex Perez. Perez goes all the way. Misses on the shot. Picked up by Jonathan Gray. Gray to Khalil Hart. Hart behind his back. Working against Héctor Hernández. To Angel Rivera at the other side. Rivera against Jorge Gutierrez. Alex Perez comes now to pick up Angel Rivera. To Hart. 5 seconds to shoot. He's Hart. Backs off. Takes the jumper. Misses. The rebound slapped back by the Virgin Islands. Picked up by Hart. To Philip Jones. Goes up from 3. And a 3-point for the big man. And he can score.
Again,
yeah.
he did it again.
Definitely, he's a good shooter from that range. Philip Jones.
He did it before. He's doing it right now. Again,
shooting 50%. 3 and 6 attempts.
That's good. That's good for him because he's going to make him a better player, you know. And, you know, the Mexican head coach, Valdemir, is saying, like this guy, how can they let him shoot? You know he's going to make it.
He's done it all night long. That's what he basically does.
Yes.
Take 3-point shots. Hernández to Giron that came back in. Inside to Garibay. Back to Giron in 3-point range. Inside to Garibay. Misses the rebound. Is by the Virgin Islands. Edwin and his foul. And they call it for an intentional unsportsmanship foul.
You know what?
Because foul. He got grabbed.
He go with it, with the chest, with the 2 arms over there in front of the player, so it was too obvious. He wants to cut the fast break. Strategically, but he did it in a bad way. He runs, so a sportsmanlike foul has been called. And we have I was checking the numbers for Virgin Islands. So we have
he missed the first one, Leo.
Yeah. We got 13 Walter Hodge points, and then we have a lot of guys with a little bit points. All of them, anyone has 10 or more. You got Edwin right now with
scored the second one.
5 for him, 6 for Gray, 5 for Simmons, 9 for Hart, 6 for Jones, or 9 with the 3 point.
9 with the 3 point, yes.
And 6 for Martinez.
62-53. Angel Rivera. Rivera hands it off to Walter Hodge. Goes around the screen. Hodge keeps working and he has to stop the dribble. He's given the space. Goes up. The basket's good. They let him go around and take the shot and it was good. 62-55 and back comes the Virgin Islands. They won't quit.
They won't quit. 7 points.
Giron on the penetration inside. On the other side to Hernández. Goes up from 3. Air ball for Hernández. Pick up by Rivera. Long to Edwin. Quickly to Hodge. Goes all the way to the glass. Walter Hodge. Great fast break for the Virgin Islands.
Beautiful for Virgin Islands. Air ball, the second one in the game for Hernández. Unfortunately for him.
And we have a 5-point game, Leo.
Yes, sir.
Paco Cruz inside to Héctor Hernández. To Garibay. Garibay to working his hard. Turns around, misses, but he's fouled.
I'm saying, not because I'm a bad guy, because I'm not, about Hernández, the 2 air balls, because he's a great shooter. He's a big man who can shoot consistently. So it's weird to see him with the 2 air balls.
But he's also a strict shooter.
Yeah.
And strict shooters, normally when they hit one, they can hit 3 or 4 in a row.
Oh, yeah,
when they miss 1 or 2, they'll miss 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And
That's
we've
right
seen
too.
a lot of 3-point shooters do that.
Héctor Hernández, but look at the numbers. He could be right now 9 points, 9 boards. It's interesting.
63-57. 6-point lead for Mexico. Rivera goes all the way, hands it off great. Out to hard, goes from 3, misses. Mata came back in on the rebound to Cruz. Cruz tries to go through the center. Cruz keeps going out, throws it away to Hernández. Hernández to Jorge Gutierrez. To Giron, to Cruz from the right-hand side. Great 3-point, great ball movement by Mexico.
Yes, sir, and even better than the 3 points again in the corner by Paco Cruz. Excellent ball movement, patience, extra pass. Look at that. Look at that, to find an opening man, and the best quarter from Mexico has on Paco Cruz, who is right now on 22.
22 points, yeah, for Paco Cruz.
Nice job for him. Timeout for Virgin Islands. Let's see what the coaches has to say.
So now we're at we're going to swing the ball to the corner. We're only going to dig off of the ball. Okay? We're only going to dig off of the ball. That's the defense on the help. Okay, let's go.
Hey, if we're like this, they throw it in. Hey, we drop and we dig and we drop them so we can see man the ball we dig. Don't turn your head. That guy, everybody running to the ball. No, the guy who passed it in. If your guy pass and cut, take him to the ball and come back and track. So if he pass it in and cut baseline, come back and track. Keep running horns up special. All right, let's go.
Well, we are with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We have a 6-point game, 66-57. The advantage for Mexico. I'd like to remind you, this is the bronze medal game at the AmeriCup 2017. We are live from Orfeo Superdome in Córdoba, Argentina.
And it's a shame, Héctor, that Virgin Islands, they have some up-downs, you know, but they can be on the game. They couldn't be ahead of Mexico. They couldn't pass it, you know. It was all the time trying to, but they couldn't make it.
Walter Hodge was fouled trying to drive inside. And it's, again, the possession belongs to the Virgin Islands. Inbounds is going to be done by Edwin. Number 11, Deon Edwin. Edwin, see who the ball goes to. It's go to Angel Rivera. Followed by Giron. To the lefty, Walter Hodge. Hodge working it out to Rivera. Back to Hodge. Hodge takes off with the 3-point. In and out. The rebound by Lorenzo Mata.
That was a good shot.
He had a good look. A big scare for Mexico. The 3-point for Hodge.
He's doing it well.
Cruz. Cruz to Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez back to Paco Cruz. Cruz goes to work. Outside to Hernández. Hernández to Giron. Giron starts the penetration. Turns around. Spins in the middle. Great basket by Gilberto Giron. Mexico takes a lead from 68 to 57.
He got a good one. 10 points for Giron, 2. We got 22. 6 boards and 4 assists for Paco Cruz. And another one.
Rivera to Jones from 3. Yes, yes, yes.
Are you kidding me? The third one?
The fourth one.
The fourth one?
Yes.
So, big man can shoot.
Yes, sir. An offensive foul of Paco Cruz trying to push out on Angel Rivera. And you know what? The referee was standing there.
Yeah, but it was too obvious. A little bit Shakespeare on Rivera too.
There's the ball goes outside to
look at
Jones.
The fourth one? Come on.
Very good three-point shooter. Has a great release.
Yeah.
On that basketball. And a good follow-through. Smooth follow-through.
Mexico has 3 fouls on Gutierrez and Cruz.
Angel Rivera. Rivera goes to work to Hodge. Hodge to Jones. Hodge to Angel Rivera. Goes inside, outside to Jonathan Gray. Goes from 3. Misses. The rebound is by Giron. Giron to Jorge Gutierrez. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Gutierrez. Inside. It's a foul call.
On Rivera.
Yes, on Rivera.
On the screen.
I love to see a replay because it was like holding Lorenzo Mata's leg. Something like that. Look at that.
Look at it.
There you have it. They get tangled inside. And he hold to. Almost lost hold to his leg. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. A little Shakespeare both too.
Yeah.
To Mata this time. But Rivera makes a good play in the offensive side because he goes deep and make the extra pass to the three-point shot for his teammate. Because he's too small, he can go to the giant land.
Cruz drive inside to Mata, and he's pushed from behind by Walter Hodge. And he was seen by the referee and get called for the foul.
So we get a point, 8 points on the Virgin Islands. He's got a 15 foul, so they're going to have a bonus for Mexico. So they will go to the line from here to the game finish, you know.
Yes, and it's Lorenzo Mata going to the free throw line.
I mean, it is bad news for Virgin Island too. If they can't imagine or get the pictures to steal this game, you know.
Yep. We'd like to remember our audience that right after this game, we'll have the gold medal game.
Of course.
With the USA versus Argentina. Should be a great, great basketball game. The first one by Mata, in and out. And it misses again on the free throw line.
I'd like to see what's going to happen tonight against, for example, Campasso and Larry Drew or Marshall with the point guards. And it's going to be nice matchups to see tonight in the great final. 9 p.m. local time here in Córdoba, Argentina.
Angel Rivera. Mata scored the second one. Rivera drives it through. Rivera keeps going on. Rivera misses. Picked up by Mexico. Very difficult shot. He forced his way inside. Probably not the shot to take at this point of the game. It's Cruz. Cruz to Hernández. 4:23 to go. Back to Cruz. Cruz in the three-point area. Puts it inside to Hernández. Back to Cruz. This time he has his space. Goes up. Misses the rebound. He's picked up by Jonathan Gray. Gray to Walter Hodge. Hodge to Edwin. Edwin goes inside the penetration. Double step. Goes up to the board. Great basket. It was a side step.
Yeah, almost traveling. Almost too many steps. But, you know, he couldn't get it.
It was a side step that Manu Ginóbili uses.
Yeah.
He goes from one side to the other side.
He should be traveling too to Manu Ginóbili. It shouldn't be that way. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, there he goes.
He stays on the air like, you know, a few moments. 1 second.
69-62. 3:56 to go. Hernández is fouled inside by Jonathan Gray.
It was. So they will go to line. I'm insisting in this. There's a lot of minutes on to finish, to close the game. So it's a good idea for Mexico to have any call foul to go to the line. And at the free throw line, they're going too much. So
Hernández for the first one.
Yep.
It's good. The first one scores the first one. Héctor Hernández.
10 points?
Yes. Hernández is up for the second one. Both are good for Héctor Hernández.
And he also had a double-double because he has already 10 boards.
10 boards, yes, you're right. Oh, because of Virgin Island. Oh, the far shot and misses.
Airball.
It's picked up by Mexico, 71-62. We have 3:39 to go. Inside to Mata. Mata to Jorge Gutierrez. It bounces off Gutierrez's leg. Out of bounds, and it belongs to the Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands was a couple of times knocking the door, but they never could be on the line to win this game.
Great inside pass, misses by Hart. Great inside pass by Hodge to Hart, but couldn't convert. It's Gutierrez to Héctor Hernández. Hernández is double up, takes it aside to Cruz, to Giron at the other side. Giron hands it off to Gutierrez, takes a little jumper, misses. It's picked up by Hart. Hart on the front court. It's Hart. Hart on a bad pass, picked up by Paco Cruz. Mexico, Gutierrez goes all the way inside. Great drive by Paco Cruz, by Jorge Gutierrez. Just saving a pass from Paco Cruz. And with the score 73-62, there's a timeout called by the Virgin Islands. There you have the replay of the basket by
excellent play by Cruz on the defensive side. And after that, running the floor in the fast break, and he and Gutierrez doing one of the things that they do best, run the floor and get advantage on it. So it's a nice time for Mexico, who's up leading the game now by 11 points.
When the cutter comes over, you got to move up and bump the cutter early. You got to bump him early. You can't wait for him to come to you. You got to go up to him and initiate contact. All right? If you're on the approaching defender, you got to get low. You got to get low and use that forearm to hold him up.
No, Lolo, Héctor. Vale, y Lolo a espalda de la defensa. Puedes estar aquí o aquí. Y a partir de aquí, metemos, me quedo, un bloqueo, creáis como queráis. Y a partir de ahí 1 contra 1 crea. Pero claro, solo quiero esto. O jugáis 21-22, salís y le metéis la bola. Vale.
I just want that, says Valdemir. Just a couple of movements in the ball and the systems that Mexico has. And then of that, he wants some creativity of the players to create some nice shot and all that stuff. For me, Mexico with this, because he said, I only want that. With that, he thinks he got the game on the pocket. So let's see what happens.
On the possession, the Virgin Islands, Angel Rivera to Deon Edwin to Walter Hodge. Hodge from 3 has a good look, and there he nails the 3.
And he got 20 already.
And the screen worked well for him. He went around it and hit the 3. 2:35 to go, and again an 8-point game. It's Jorge Gutierrez to Héctor Hernández. Hernández was it back to the basket, tries to go in, the little hook misses. The rebound tipped in by Héctor Hernández.
Good job, excellent job by Hernández. Double figures on points and rebounds. Very active.
Hard from the corner, misses. Lorenzo Mat on the rebound to Paco Cruz.
You know, Héctor, one of the things that Mexico couldn't make it yesterday against Argentina in the second half was that they doing today. The big men didn't play in the second half, so they don't have players scoring and so balanced that we are seeing right now. I think that's one good point.
Yeah, but then Virgin Islands is not Argentina. No. Argentina plays a very solid game.
That's what I'm saying.
They've had a great tournament by size, by Galici.
Yeah.
And they have their rotation. It's an ample rotation where everybody does everything right.
Yeah. Sainz, Galici, Delia, Garino, they play good defense on the paint.
Yeah, and so it's very hard to when you're working with Argentina, you're really working against a systematic machine that does a lot of things right.
Yeah, that's the kind of identity that Argentina has since 2001, Ginobili and company. The gold generation, the soul of the teams. All these guys mark something on the young players. Ginobili, Scola, Nocioni, Prigioni, Sanchez, Oberto. A lot of them.
Mata scored both free throws for the first time in the night.
Look at that.
It's again a 12-point lead. It's Rivera going at it. Rivera outside to Gray to Adams, and came in for Hodge to come into his 5th foul. Loses it, gives back to Rivera to Gray, and he couldn't handle it. To try to shoot before having control of the basketball.
It was a dirty play, by the way. They couldn't make it.
1 minute 32 seconds to go, 77-65.
So Mexico almost got it, you know. They're doing the things good to close the game. Sometimes it's a little bit harder than anything on the basketball court or on any sports to close the game, to finish it. So for now, they're doing it well.
It's Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez to the front court. Outside to Paco Cruz. Cruz inside to Héctor Hernández. Hands into Mata. Slam dunk inside for Lorenzo Mata.
Another big play for big bands in a big moment for Mexico.
It's Hart. Hart goes through the center. Picks it up to Adams. Adams turns around. Takes a shot. Misses. Mata on the rebound. To Hiron. We are basically getting to the last minute of the game, and this is basically over. It's a 14-point lead for Mexico. Paco Cruz to Hiron. Hiron drives through the baseline. It's taken away by Adams. The ball's out of bounds, and it belongs to Mexico. So
50 seconds.
Yep, substitution for Mexico.
50 seconds, and we have 14 points.
Paco Cruz left the game with 22 points.
Yeah, and also have 6 boards and 5 assists. So very active, the Mexico leader.
Very long shot from Gutierrez with time almost ready to expire. Passes to Gray, goes from 3, misses the rebound again by Lorenzo Mata.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game is over. Mexico, it's going to be in the 3rd place. Virgin Islands, very happy to play a Final Four and be in the 4th place.
Willis takes a jump, misses. The rebound is by the Virgin Islands. The pass is intercepted by Diego Willis. Foul. Hart tries to take it out, couldn't. Willis goes again to try to figure in the scoreboard, misses it. It's Edwin, keeps going on. Edwin keeps going all the way. Edwin goes with his left to the basket, misses. Keeps it in, misses. Fighting for the ball. It's Rivera, comes it out. Outside. Gray from 3 points from his right. Misses. Mexico rebound. And this one is over. The bronze medal belongs to Mexico with the win 79-65. But they had to fight all the way because Virgin Islands really never quit it.
Yeah, it doesn't look easier as we saw on the box score, you know. 65 points, a great defense by Mexico. Bad offense by Virgin Islands, 79 points. They get the biggest lead of 16. They finish winning by 14 points. So it's a tournament that we can say for Mexico is good. They just lost by Argentina. They did a great job in Medellin, Colombia. They were happy home back because they went the 3rd place. As we said, Virgin Islands, they don't have nothing to lose, so they lose it by the way with two big good things yesterday against USA, now against Mexico. So we get a big leader in Paco Cruz. Great job of Hernández with a double-double in rebounds and points. Good job on Garibay. So the standard mans with Jorge Gutierrez from Mexico. An excellent job for them. We got the finish numbers, Héctor.
Yeah, 43% 2-point shoot for Mexico, 37 for Virgin Islands, 30 from 3 for Mexico, 32 for Virgin Islands. Look at the rebounds. Mexico really clobbered the Virgin Islands 54-29. The advantage was huge.
And that's one of the reasons that the big men's plays good. Not only getting buckets, if instead of all the team, I mean, getting the rebounds to can play the open court and all that stuff. And the turnovers.
Look at that. Mexico those 5 more turnovers, but Virgin Islands couldn't convert them into points.
Yeah, but they still 3 more balls.
Yeah.
But I think the point is the regularity that they have in all the game, better field goal percentage.
There you have the leaders again.
Yep.
22 points for Paco Cruz, 20 for Walter Hodge in the rebound, which really was where Mexico was huge. Hernández with 11, 7 for Edwin. So it's really Mexico dominated most of the game. However, if you go back to what we spoke before, after the first quarter, it was a 13-point difference. The rest of the game was a 1-point difference.
Yeah.
They won by 14. They led by 13 at the first quarter.
Yeah.
After that, we played 3 quarters basically tied.
Yeah.
So they basically exchanged baskets from their own.
As you said, they have the best 5 minutes in the second quarter, Virgin Islands. Then ups and
Look at
downs.
that.
For look
Second
at that,
quarter
that's
started
the
at
same,
19, 22-22. It's really, after that, it was the game. There was the game. You know what was strange for the Virgin Islands for me?
Yeah.
The guy who really did what he was not supposed to do and carried them coming back. The big man, Philip Jones, that shot every 3-point,
Yeah.
didn't play the last 4 minutes of the game.
Jones played better today than Javier Martinez. Hodge do what he does every night, but they weren't so consistent like Mexico. We have a Paco Cruz with the head of the snake, but then the big mans, Hernández and Garibay, and also at the close of the game, Matt has some little things that he can do. So I think Mexico was more consistent. I repeat, and you know you are agree, they finished with a 40 field goal percentage, 79 points, dominating the boards, losing the ball more, but they have better field goal percentage, more consistent defense all the way down. They ran good the floor, running
Absolutely.
perfect. So they did it very, very well. And they have the biggest lead of 16, but you know, 13 points after the first quarter, 13 points, after the second quarter, 12 points after the third quarter, and finally they went in by 14 points. So we can say the regularity of Mexico was good tonight to win this game. And despite in the ups and downs, Virgin Islands wasn't so solid that we expected. I mean, we didn't expect it, but we thought maybe they can do some time to do it, but they couldn't. Mexico was better from minute 0.
Well, Leo, in a few minutes, we'll have the main course of the
yeah.
evening, the gold medal game again, USA versus Argentina here from the Superdomo at Córdoba, Argentina. So it's been a real pleasure for me being able to work with you. Thanks very much. And let's see what the final game has in line for the huge basketball fans all over the world.
It was my pleasure, Héctor, my dear friend. And thank you all the people in USA and all around the world by FIBA watching and taking this transmission. It was a very huge pleasure for me to be with you and all the people. And we'll stay here and we'll stay tuned by FIBA because Argentina and USA is going to compete. And I'm saying the word exactly, compete very well. These two good teams and young teams, talented teams for the gold medal. So let's see what happened here in Córdoba, 9 p.m. local time. So it was a pleasure, Héctor.
Thank you.